clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set, and towing the slab in this one, Jose Urquidy.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
The pitch. Harry Ford stands in now and watches strike one. Here comes a pitch. And that one fouled off. And he swung and a miss. And now one away.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. Young tosses to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground to the left. Young tosses to first. They get the out on Acuna. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Phillies down in order. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. This is the National Championship Series on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the hill for the Phillies, Tristan McKenzie.
He's a guy that's going to come right after hitters. I mean, he's not trying to fool them. He's going to pitch the contacts, not worry about it. He trusts his defense behind him. And he's not going to mess around with a whole bunch of different offerings. Only 3 pitches in the repertoire. So he knows he'll have to work in all 3 effectively and probably pitch backwards sometimes just to make sure this lineup isn't picking up on too many patterns.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Corbin Carroll leading things off and takes a strike. McKenzie, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Late on that fastball.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And here's the veteran outfielder, Stephen Kwan. And first offering is fouled off. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Chourio makes the play, and it's out number 3. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go, and now here is Harper. Urquidy, a 6-foot righty, 215 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. Check swing, one around. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And downstairs, legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Just missed.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
And he grounds one to the right side. Gathers and throws to first. And quickly one away in the second. Next to hit, Jackson Chourio. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. One down, base is empty. Tapped softly on the ground. Young tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
That is it. The first baseman,
Bryce Eldridge stands in for the Phillies.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
That's in there. Strike 1. Righty delivers. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And it's 1-1. Two outs. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Josh Young.
the third baseman, Young.
McKenzie back to work. Just missed. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Right-hander kick steals. Good eye in that spot.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And that one is lifted in the air. Acuna there. And puts the squeeze on that one. One up, one down.
Batting fifth, the catcher.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Pitch is in there. 1-1. No score here in the second. Next pitch misses. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Wouldn't chase that time. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. The wind of the pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, great back and forth and that at bat. He played off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Nick Madrigal, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Jansen at first, one gone. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
And now the first baseman, Ivan Melendez. That clips a corner. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Thomas gets under it. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. One left for the Diamondbacks. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in the desert, here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler. The wind of the pitch. Strike 1.
0-1.
Out to short. Fires over to first. And one away in the top of the third.
The second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Termarr Johnson. And that one got a piece of him.
I'll tell you firsthand, retired players, we miss a lot of things about playing the game in our playing days, but getting drilled by a pitch like that usually isn't something we talk about.
Alec Thomas stands in now, looks at that one inside. The pitch. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-1. Right-hander deals. That clips the corner. And at first, one away. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the Phillies catcher, Harry Ford. Ball one there.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in game 2. And there's a strike.
We got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. To second. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the DH, Jake McCarthy. And the pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire to give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
And a pitch. Right back to him on the mound. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
The center fielder,
Here's the center fielder, Drew Jones. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This ball's chopped on the ground. Whips it across. And that quickly 2 away.
number 7, Corbin Carroll.
This is Corbin Carroll. Struck out swinging his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one missing inside. Line drive. Nice grab.
Make a great catch like that. It's all about timing the jump. His timing was perfect. Excellent grab, and he comes down with it. The inning is over.
And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Tristan Casas. The right-hander back to work. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
That pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Young puts it away, and there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 13.
Here's Acuna now. First time up, he grounded to 3rd. Fall off foul. Fourth inning underway, no score. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the count even 1-1. In the air, left side. Quan heads after it. He's got it. 2 down. Here's Harper now. Grounded out his first time. That one's in there, 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the righty deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Down quickly go the Phillies. Still no score. Second game of the NLCS. And the batter now, Stephen Kwan. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
And that just misses.
It's a good take.
2 strikes.
And now it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2 now. That one blasted deep to right. Acuna going back on this one. And it hits the fence. And that's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That misses. Ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Kwan leads off second with nobody out. Up and in, 2-0. Right through there for a strike. And a pitch. And a foul ball. High fly ball out to center field. Lawler makes the catch, and there's one gone.
I that's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Josh Young stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That misses, and that's ball one. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to third, and he's out.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 outs. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Now all even up. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Through 4. Still tied. Zip, zip. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Urquidy back to work. Up the middle. What a stop from his knees. The throw. And they get the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Here's the first baseman, Bryce Eldridge. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Here is late there. Strike 1. 0-1. That misses the zone. Ball 1. First 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Jordan Lawler. Rounded out his first time up. There's a strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
In the air out towards right center. On the move to the alley. And that'll do it. Halfway through this one, still no score. Back here at Chase Field, here's the power hitting catcher, Danny Jansen. And he deals. And that one sliced foul.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow down. 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Nick Madrigal.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that's in there for strike one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Headed towards the corner, sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
The bat, the first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Ivan Melendez. He's 0 for 1. Melendez, 29 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Headed down the line, and that drops foul. The pitch. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Diamondbacks down quickly, and we're still knotted at 0. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Termarr Johnson. And the pitch. In for a strike. 0-1.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. The 0-2. This one popped up. Young under it. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Thomas takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The sliding play it short to first. In time. Got it.
You saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. The reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Back to the top of the lineup. Harry Ford digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and fires. And that one upstairs.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just missed. Tristan Casas to bat next. And here it comes. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
No, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Now batting Tristan Casas. A little bit low.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And another ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Ford, the runner at first with 2 gone. That misses as well. Ronald Acuna Jr. next to bat for Philadelphia. The pitch. And he takes a strike. one finds the zone. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And he walked
That
him.
pitch is in. Ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So 2 on with 2 away. Now a chance for Ronald Acuna Jr. And that drops in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
First and second, 2 down. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. And the back going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Pitch misses there. And that's ball 2.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
2 on, 2 outs. Bounce to the left side. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. And we still have no score. Back here in the desert, bottom of the inning, at the plate, Jake McCarthy. With the right-hander back to work. That one a little bit high. 1-0. And there's the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got it by him for the K.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. It's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Drew Jones. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
The right fielder, number 7.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on the move. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Just misses with that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. McKenzie over to first. Jones back in standing.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Left-hand hitter waits. Fly ball down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The 1-2.
3.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Next to hit for Arizona, Stephen Kwan. 1 for 2. That one missed. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second with a stolen base. Chris's wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Way outside, and it's 3-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Man at second. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Left-hand batter waits. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
The pitch. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and here is Bryce Harper. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Good eye right there. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Stays alive. Way high with that one. Full count, 3-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. They didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1. And the right-hander deals. And now 2-0. All tied up here in the late stages of game 2. Swings through that.
They came right at it right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. I'm not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Over to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
The first baseman, number 21.
Bryce Eldridge stands in for the Phillies. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And this is inside. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one inside. Now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. And we still have no score. Bottom of the 7th, stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Why to kick the pitch.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
That missed by a lot. And 1-1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And Acuna able to make the grab.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Young.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Waste no time there. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Danny Jansen to hit here. A strikeout and a walk. First pitch misses. That's a little bit low. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, JoJo Romero. The left-hander is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Santana getting cranked up as well. Righty delivers. There's the strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for
Man at second. That one to first, Eldridge. And he handles it himself for the out.
not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not enough, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Now up next for Arizona, Nick Madrigal.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Just off the inside edge. Here comes a pitch. That one misses, and it's 2-1. Just missed.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Out towards left center. And that gets down into the And it's 1-0. And that's a 2-out double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Ivan Melendez now at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Slider misses outside. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Magical at second with 2 down. And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss, and that is that. D-backs with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Jordan Lawler. The wind of the pitch. Clips the corner, and that's strike 1. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Alex Vesia, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a foul ball left side. Kicks and deals. Got it swinging. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just trying to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Brings it in. It is 2 down. Alec Thomas now.
Well, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
And that clips the inside corner.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
On the ground. Magical. Throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Phillies 0. Jojo Romero gets the ball now.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Now, classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Jojo Romero.
Well, 1-run game. Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. As the lefty gets to work. That's in for a strike at 95. 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. And Joyce, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. The 0-1. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. Oh, 2 now. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now it appeals. Romero, a lefty who lights up the radar gun. 32 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. just missed. Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The pitch. Just a weak fly ball this time. Acuna right there to make the grab. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 7, Corbin.
So the batting order turns over. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. And we're back. We go to the 9th. And here's the catcher, Harry Ford. Urquidy back to work.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
The 1-0. That clips the corner. And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Gets through. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's all for Jose Urquidy. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm. They turn things over to the southpaw, Alex Vesia.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Digging in, Tristan Casas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Throw! Save!
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
So the tying run at second. And that one clips the corner.
So if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. breaking ball inside. And that is ball one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Here comes the runner. The throw home. The tag.
Man, that's a play we may look back on when this one's over and wonder what if they would have held him. Can't blame him for trying to tie it up late in this ball game, but when you lose a huge run like that that's only 90 feet away, man, it's a tough one to swallow if they don't pull out the W.
So it's their last chance in this one. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that's a strike.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Acuna runs. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
The Phillies down to their final strike. That one misses, and the count's even at 2. And he deals. Wouldn't chase that time.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
The final line score for the ball game tonight. First for the victorious Diamondbacks. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 runners on base. For Philadelphia, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 48,686. The Diamondbacks thank you for joining us here at Chase Field and remind you to please drive home safely.